welcome to Anuradha Vedic Astrology. Today, we are introducing my yoga teacher, Pratibha Agarwal. A warm welcome to Anuradha Vedic Astrology.
Thank you, Anuradha. Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you so much.
I'm here to share and to learn, because I know that I will also take back a lot of things from today's session.
Thank you so much. But before we move forward, big thanks to all of you out there for liking, sharing, and subscribing to our YouTube and Spotify channels and writing in your comments and suggestions there. If you haven't subscribed to us till yet, please do so, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can get the updates. So Didi, we're looking forward to learning a lot from you today. What are you going to talk to us about today?
I'm not going to teach you yoga today, because already all of us and each one of us are learning yoga quite a lot. But from the yoga, from the science of yoga, I'm going to bring in small little tips, which if people are not doing proper full yoga, they can apply those tips in their regular day-to-day habits to get more health, more wellness, both on the physical level, emotional level, and on the mental level. So small little tips here and there, little changes here and there, not too many efforts also, and we can bring in a lot more health and wellness into our lives.
That's great, because though we do a lot of remedial measures in astrology, but never have I ever read in any astrological text that it helps to burn off karma. On the contrary, in the yoga sciences, we do have a mention in Patanjali ji's book and in many other books, Yoga Sutras, and in many other books, that yoga pranayam specifically is the only thing that helps us burn off our karmas. So at that, from that level, that is why we are here on this planet. So what are the few tips that you would like to share?
Very, very true. Actually, very true, because first and foremost, Anuradha, I want to talk about our posture, okay? Because that is the backbone of our health and wellness, okay? When we talk about our body, for a body, the backbone is the spine, right? So right. Spine has a double S curvature. It is a double S structure. Spine is not straight. Did we ever think when we were studying biology in class or even otherwise later, did we ever think कि spine को straight क्यों नहीं बनाया भगवान ने? Why is it a double S curvature? It is a double S curvature so that it is load bearing. It can take a load. If something is straight, but if there is a little bent in the center or in between, it can take more load. So from the quadruped animals where our spine was like this, now we have to keep our spine like this. So we are going against gravity, anti-gravity. And to bring our spine into this space, we have muscles supporting it. So it is very important that we look into the spine health. And the best way to look into the spine health, even when you're not exercising, is by looking into the posture. See, when we are doing yoga or any other exercise, because the teacher is constantly bringing to your notice, we will all sit straight, we will have our shoulders back and chest open. As soon as the yoga class is over and we are back into our normal day-to-day routine, one phone comes and we start slouching. We start sitting like this. We start having our shoulders back slouching. Fix this. Every moment we should be. So yoga is not only on the mat. What is yoga? When you are completely connected to your body and your breath, that is yoga. Yoga is not just the physical movement. That is only one part of yoga. So today I'm going to throw a little light on how you should stand. In the beginning, you will have to practice it. You will have to put in a little effort. But over a period of time, as you become more and more aware, every time you come into this position, something will snap here. No, Pratibha, Anuradha, come on, sit straight. And we will again sit straight. And today I'll just show you simple ways how to sit correctly and correctly. Little changes, a little more awareness, and you're sorted. Let me go back on my mat and let me just show you how to sit.
And you know, Didi, while we are at it, I'd like to tell our audience here, and while we are at it, I'd like to tell our audience here that sitting straight is very important. The spine is very important, not just as a physical entity in the body, but astrologically, I'll connect it to the 10th house. The 10th house is the spine. So if you are sitting straight, we are aligning our karmas and our careers, which is a very important part of our lives today. Yes, Siri.
See, that was a takeaway. I didn't know about this, Anuradha. Thank you so much for sharing. Because when we talk in yoga, it is only about the physical body health and well-being, a little bit emotional and the mind also. Now you have related to the karma and the astrological value and the science, which is really nice to know. So coming back to how you should be sitting. So usually your sitting posture, like this, because we work on the system, we are watching the phone, we don't realize even if we start sitting like this over a period of time, after some time, sitting like this. So what you really need to focus on when you're sitting, your ear, your shoulder, your hip should be in a straight line. So if you're sitting straight in the spine, but your head is forward and you're looking at the phone, you're creating undue pressure around the neck and the shoulder, which in the future may lead to spondylitis or spondylosis. If your head is rightly aligned, but you're putting all the weight, you're loading your lower back a little too much, then again, over a period of time, you might develop a lot of stress in this area, which can lead to back pains. So the best way to sit, as I said, was your ear, your shoulder, and your hip in one line. Now, please focus on one more thing. And I'm sitting sideways so that you can have a profile view of how to be seated. Another thing, if you have tight hips, when you're sitting, notice if your knees go up. This is an indication that something here is not working in the right way, in the correct alignment. That is why your knee shoots up. Because in the body, as per the yogic science, everything is like a kinetic chain. You have different kinetic chains, and our feet and our knee and our hips and our lower back fall into the kinetic chain. So if your knees go up when you're sitting, you have to fix here. So what you do and how you can fix that, you can just take a cushion or a pillow and you need to elevate your hips. Once you elevate your hips, your knee automatically comes down and you get a little more lift in the spine. So you don't have to work too hard to bring the knees down and to sit straight if you can elevate the hips and sit. So whenever you're sitting, try to sit straight. At any point, if you slouch and you're here, remind yourself, keep doing it till this becomes your habit. Keep practicing it till this becomes your habit. So this is the right way to sit, Anuradha. So does that give you any insight?
Yes, it gives a plenty of insight. Once we start learning to sit, straight, it's not just we are working with our body. Yes, body immensely gains a lot, because over a long period of time, if the body is not well, then we are not able to do anything. But astrologically, it also has an impact where you become more straight-laced. You are able to take decisions regarding your career, or for that matter, you are also able to rise up in life. The straight spine, as you always keep telling in the yoga class, when we are also aligning it properly, also gives a boost up in our career, and it makes us more focused. It gives us a better direction, so to speak. We will not miss out on many opportunities on the career front. That's a very big impact. We do not realize it probably because we have not thought it from that angle, but as I see it and as I've been working for years, I see that it does make a lot of difference.
That's very interesting. And I remember, Anuradha, when we were talking earlier, some few days back, you were also mentioning something about shoulder and courage.
Yeah.
Can you just repeat that? Because in yoga, we definitely always kind of motivate people to really push the shoulders back and down. This expands the rib cage, and the chest cavity is really, there's a lot of space being created. So the lungs and the heart, they function in a better way. Just by sitting like this, we are making the heart and the lungs for the functions to go down. And just by sitting like this, we are impacting the physiology of our body. But I remember you also mentioning something about courage, about the shoulders.
Absolutely.
What was that, Anuradha?
Absolutely. The shoulders represent the third house and the lungs represent our fourth house. See, we all are nowadays wanting big houses, or we want to be more creative. Like in today's class in the morning, when you said that this is blocking of the shoulder, and when you need to open it up, you need to make it more free. So when you are actually opening up your shoulders, or when you're opening up your arms, you are actually going into a mode of being more courageous, because it represents the third house. You're also increasing your, so to speak, you're also increasing your creativity, because the third house also talks about creativity. What more, the third house is, again, I bring it to a big point, is unlocking your karma. So if you are keeping a break somewhere and you're not unlocking it or not expanding it, then you are creating a lot of barriers mentally for yourself, because all physical, as you know, all physical effects do have a mental effect somewhere, so in the body and
Connection.
in the mind. And I just talked about
So that's the take for you guys.
yeah, and that is why I love yoga, because it gives us an opening in life. And when you're talking about the chest area, when it opens up, it allows a freer space in your home. It gives you a very strong sense of security and confidence also. So you can see that working in your psyche also very strong.
This is brilliant. And my experience of yoga has enhanced so much because of what you are bringing in from the astrological. Because in yoga, Anuradha, do you know, when we were learning and we were doing our teacher training, our teachers used to tell us, whenever you do a back bend, whenever you open the chest and the heart, you become a little more, you open your vulnerable side to the world. So you become more courageous, more confident. But I never knew that will also help us to have little more space created in the house and in our life for that matter. So that's a brilliant aspect, whatever we had learned about yoga. Thank you so much. I should thank you today.
No, it's been a pleasure. And if you can, one of your very favorite asanas, I believe, is the malasana. So if you would want to talk about it also, we'd be very helpful and grateful for that.
Very important thing to bring it into our lifestyle. Our ancestors, our seniors, our grandparents already had it in their lifestyle. But we, in terms of being modern, so-called modern, because staying in Malasan, it's looked as old-fashioned. But something which is very old-fashioned, the benefits are immense. And let me tell you, the Westerners are actually, those who are into health and fitness, they've understood the importance and the vitality of this posture in terms of the joint health, and they're practicing this every day. So does this shape of your body remind you of anything? Yes, our Indian toilets. So our ancestors always used these postures whenever they wanted to defecate, whenever they wanted to pass out stool. But as we became more and more so-called modern, we stopped using the Indian toilets and the Western toilets started to come into our houses. Now, whenever we are sitting in Malasana, it's really working on our major joints, especially of our lower body, which are the ankles, the knees, and the hips. As we start to age, our joints also age. This posture, Malasana, this pose is anti-aging. It's anti-aging for our ankles, for our knees, and for our hips. If you don't want to get a knee surgery or a hip surgery and go older, you need to sit in this posture right from your 20s, 30s, 40s, even if you're in your 50s, start sitting like this. Now, the next question would be, I can't sit like this. My ankles pain, or I don't have that kind of a flexibility. It's only that you have lost the flexibility. The body was designed to be in this shape. But because we are not practicing this, we have lost the flexibility. So somebody who finds difficult to do Malasana like this to begin with, your heels might come up. You can push two cushions. I just have one cushion right now handy, so I'm using one. You can push two cushions under and you can sit. You can widen the legs a little more. And you get yoga blocks. Unfortunately, I don't have it handy right now. You can use a yoga block under. Other thing that you can do, you can just go towards the wall. In the beginning, you can take support of the wall and you can sit like this. In fact, in my therapy classes, if people come with a lower back pain, I make them sit like this for a few minutes every single session. Because when I'm sitting like this, of course, I support it with a block depending on every person, whoever needs it. When I'm sitting like this, it is giving a traction to my spine. It is lengthening my lower back and help me to elevate pain in the lower back.
And
So it is very good. And of course, we all know when we sit in Malasana, our digestion also improves. So it is very, very good. You can read newspaper sitting like this. You can have your cup of tea sitting like this. You know, you don't always just have to sit in the Indian toilet like this. You can use it in your drawing room also. But sit in Malasana, it's no longer old-fashioned. It is the new modern to-go posture, one of the best postures that yoga asanas can offer to us. Okay, thank you, Anuradha. I hope that helps.
Yes, it does. It does immensely. The other thing that I'd like to add here from an astrological perspective is that Malasana is very good when we are having problems letting go of things, because you know the area of life that we are concentrating is the lower half of the body, which is more, and the 12th house and the 8th house become very strong here because your ankles, your feet, and your passing of stool is very important here. So letting go of things which are associated with these houses, the 8th house and the 12th house, when we have certain issues in life, suddenly things come up and we have to, let things just happen. They're snatched away from us. We are disoriented for a certain period of time. When we practice Malasana well and properly, it gives us a stability. When your ankles might take time to, get into that position, but over a period of time, when we have practiced Malasana enough, things work out more smoothly for us. And that's a real, as you said, it's the to-go posture for now. Well, these are the astrological benefits that are associated with this to-go posture.
This is just brilliant. This is just brilliant. And we've just touched upon two different parts of the body. There are so many different asanas working on so many different parts of the body. And I'm sure Anuradha can link everything with every house and give us an insight on how yoga is helping us in our astrological world or map or our horoscope also. Very nice, very nice.
So much.
And this also kind of this also kind of reminds me two important things in life which I love to practice. Not that I practice it to the T, but I would love to practice, which would help me grow as a person. Acceptance and letting go. When you're opening the heart to the world, you're accepting everything that is there with your open heart. And when you sit in Malasana, as you said, it's a concept of letting go. Acceptance and letting go, two qualities. If each one of us develop, don't you think our lives will be much more better and we can manage stress in a better way? So these are your two stress management tools right there.
Beautifully said, Didi. So let us accept yoga into our lives and let go of the physical kind of problems that we are facing and just getting too concentrated on certain issues in life. Enjoy our good health with yoga. And for more details about Anahata Yoga Zone, you can always see the description below. Till we meet with you, stay safe.
Please hit the bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.